2, 1, roll the footage. AI is here. How does it impact high performers, entrepreneurs, small businesses? And what does it mean in terms of, do we need to change something? Anything? How is our life and our business going to look like moving forward if AI really unfolds at this pace? Welcome back, everyone. I'm Simon Severino, your host. And today we have best-selling author, founder of the global mentor AI metaverse with us. Welcome, everyone, Arthur Carmazzi.
Greetings.
Is our life going to change?
Absolutely, but it's been changing. That's nothing new. I mean, you remember, well, you probably don't remember, but I remember mail, not like email, but actual mail. You'd get you'd have to wait for a while to get this letter in an envelope. And then there was this revolution, amazing instant letters through a fax. Whoa! I mean, talk about time saving. And then, of course, after that, ultimately there was email. It's like, whoa. And now we don't even, and email is still kind of a thing, but now we've got the instant messaging and our lives have been evolving through technology for, in crazy fast speed. So yes, our life will change, but it is just par for the course.
And you focus on high performers in your work. Tell us about how does AI impact on high performers?
Well, see, here's the thing, okay? First of all, AI is a tool, all right? And if you just look at the basic concept of AI, I mean, it takes information and large amounts of information, and it basically tries to make sense of something. Here's the problem. It's not human. It doesn't understand you, and it doesn't understand how you would potentially react unless it is programmed with predictable behavior psychology. Okay, and so one of the key elements that we have done here is because, again, we're dealing with high performance. High performance deals with your emotions. It deals with, your attitudes. It deals with, how you're feeling the day that you wake, on a specific day. Ultimately, high performance is part of a very complex psychology. And you'll also notice that high performance in one group, you may have the skills, you may have the right attitude, and you may have everything that you need to be a great performer. But the moment you go into a different group, maybe you become an underachiever. Okay, and that's the reality, and it's been the reality because, well, we are human beings. So AI doesn't change that, but here's the thing, is we can really, if by teaching AI group dynamic psychology or the methodology that I developed called directive communication psychology, what happens is that we're able to predict human behavior.
Move us forward 5 years. It's 5 years from now. How are we living so that we can go backwards? How will our life change? What do we need to adapt? So in 5 years, the high performer with AI.
Well, all right. I mean, I'll tell you what we're doing now, and then I'll tell you where that will take us kind of in a direction. So right now, our AIs live in the metaverse. Okay? That means that an AI, let's say, for example, of yourself, would have a general amount of knowledge that you have and would be able to connect with with people the way that you would connect with people and have somewhat of your personality. Now, 5 years into the future, imagine that there's this girl that you like. Okay? Now, you want to ask her out, but you don't want to get rejected. So 5 years in the future, you'll be able to have more data about this specific girl because it'll be readily available through the internet, social media, etc. The AI will be able to extract that within this realm of privacy laws, and you will be able to replicate more or less how that girl is based on your input and what the AI can assess. Now you can have a conversation with this girl AI, ask her out for a date, see if she laughs at you, or try to have a conversation to see how you can eventually ask her out so she say yes. So you can see the whole point of at least what we're working on is the idea of being able to fail in the metaverse with an AI so that you can apply everything that you've learned in the real world. Now, you can use this for sales. You can use this for leadership. You can use this for marketing. I mean, think about it, okay? The elements of what we are doing right now, market research, all of this stuff, it's all in big data, all of it.
Insane.
Okay?
I'm seeing one application in prospecting, which is, as you mentioned, I know their communication style. I will approach them with their language, with their sentence length. In cross-selling and upselling, I see CRMs telling, hey, you have a higher probability to talk to these 4 people based on your email conversations. What else do you see coming in sales in terms of AI?
All right, let's look. I mean, let's just look at a couple of different models, psychology-based models. Okay, colored brain. Colored brain deals with the brain's genetic ambiguity relief process. Now, if you're in sales, you know for a fact that no matter how logical a person may be, they still have an emotional foundation to making a decision. All right. Now, here's the thing. Okay. You still have to get past the point of trust so that they even listen to you to create that emotion. And that's where the colored brain, or what's called the brain's genetic ambiguity relief process, comes in. Now, for example, we've programmed our AIs with colored brain, okay, which basically is how you get clarity. So how you get clarity is not your behavior. You can be a very analytical person, but how you analyze will make a huge difference on how you're also going to make decisions related to buying a particular item or service. And on top of that, you also have the potential of creating these avatars, if you will, okay, where you can see the expressions. You can go ahead and make try different things with them. So it's trial and error. Based on the person that you may or may not know well enough, you can identify, you and the help of the AI can help to identify what colored brain, how they get clarity. So now when you talk to them in your way with your ambiguity relief process, okay, you can match so that you can get past the barriers of how they make decisions. And how they get clarities to get into the emotional element of the sale.
So you're writing an email and then there's some info coming. They decide based on numbers, not on stories. Send them numbers.
Okay, but let's look at it from a perspective of a Zoom call, if you will. Okay, you're thinking of text. I'm thinking of an avatar, just looks like me. Okay, and I can talk to you. Okay, remember, we're still human beings. And yes, we can try to make sales on emails, but ultimately, especially bigger ticket sales, okay, if I'm talking to you face to face, but like 2 hours ago, I've already talked to you, or at least your avatar, okay, and I've seen different things, how you've acted and how you've reacted, and now I'm going in and I have failed 7 times before actually talking to the real you. But now, see, the thing is that 8th time, the way that I communicated, how I communicated, the points I brought up is going to give you a much bigger opportunity or chance to get a real success.
So it's in a Zoom call and you are getting that info, or it's in a Zoom call and you don't even have to go there. You send your avatar.
Well, okay, that's 5 years later, but for now, imagine that you can. Let's say that I need to. Let's say you want to sell me something, okay? So you know enough about me from, let's say, the internet or whatever. And now what's going to happen is that you can go into our platform, the Global Mentor Exchange, and you can create this avatar based on this person. All right. Now what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to try to sell that person your own way. Okay. So you'll make
we
an
are
avatar of me.
simulating. Yeah, we are
Yeah.
simulating. Mm.
You're simulating. And now you try to talk to me and I say, I don't have time to see you. Bye. Okay. And then you try something else and it's like, oh, that's interesting. And then you try something else and then and eventually with the avatar of me, you get a sale. So now you call me as like a real person and you try what has worked with you with the avatar. So it's practice for a real world application.
So it's great to train junior salespeople or even to prepare a salesperson that wants to quickly rehearse something before an actual call.
And consider this, a lot of organizations have what would be called an ideal client. So you can actually create avatars or AI avatars of maybe 3 or 4 of your ideal clients. And you can get that data because people that have purchased from you before, all you have to do is essentially consolidate this data to create AIs of people like them.
I am constantly hiring salespeople. What if I'm having an idea right now? What if I say, all right, part of your onboarding process is after the 2 interviews, if you qualify, you get access to our ideal client in the metaverse. You have to sell them 5 things, and then you get onboarded into your first into our actual
Absolutely.
team.
Absolutely, we have it for onboarding, for hiring, and these are all custom solutions at the moment. But it makes a huge impact.
And it shows you who is really hungry and actually starts working the avatar, because that's in sales. That's a fundamental thing that they have to bring with them. And also after 5 points, they are actually ready to work. So come in now, let's go.
Absolutely. And more importantly, especially because remember, when you're dealing with commission-based sales, okay, now the hiree feels more comfortable about taking a commission and a lower basic salary.
This is wonderful. I have so many questions for you after one word from our sponsors.
Okay.
What if your business would run well even when you are on vacation? Discover how 1,600 business owners have regained their freedom using the Strategy Sprints blueprints. How they enjoy living their dream and watching their business scale. Get the exact checklists they use to go from stressed to fulfilled using the Strategy Sprints method. Order your copy of Strategy Sprints 12 Ways to Accelerate Growth for an Agile Business on Amazon today. And if you love it, leave us a review. For more information, head over to strategysprints.com. Tell me of moments where people start working with you and they are able to solve a hard problem that they couldn't solve before.
Well, you have to understand that this is a new technology. And right now, it's really difficult to get people to see the future. Okay. So at the moment, we're in the process of doing a public platform, but it's very expensive. So So what happens is that we're doing solutions based, which means that individuals will go ahead and create their own buildings, or with use one of our buildings and rent spaces in there so that they can have their avatars and so on, and also some potential private solutions for one particular entity in the Saudi government. But all of these things aren't finished yet. Okay, so we're still about 3 months away from finishing the first one.
And so what makes you sure that this works?
Oh no, I have mine.
Tell us about that.
So we made mine. Mine will you can talk to me. I talk to myself on a regular basis, and then of course we've got a number of so the way that we've done it right now in the metaverse, we have 7 AIs. Okay, the one that is mine is based on most of my books. It's based on a little bit of my personality, on essentially how I would solve problems, and this is so this is essentially how the whole system works at the moment. And then you've got different ones where you also have the facial expressions and everything else. The facial expressions is still one of the things where we're still developing that a little bit better, because yes, you can see the facial expressions, but remember that this is the psychology that makes it the special sauce. So having the emotional reaction of the avatar is one thing. Having the emotional reaction with an emotional facial features is a little bit more difficult. So that's one of the things we're working on right now.
I think this is something that many salespeople forget, that in the end, people decide with emotion, and then they
Yes.
rationalize the decision with cognition. We forget this a lot. And it's hard in a Zoom situation, in an online situation, to actually see the whole body and to really feel in real time what the emotion is, because you are guessing. And so your tool sounds really relevant, and I can imagine multiple applications. So what is it that you are working on right now that excites you most?
Well, I mean, the emotional element is the key, and of course, our main goal is to make this mainstream. Okay, so yes, I mean, there are organizations that are paying for onboarding. Some where the CEO AI answers questions, for example. So those are the easiest ones to sell right now, is the CEO AIs, because the CEO wants to basically be able to have the opportunity to have people ask him or her questions anytime without actually bothering the CEO. So the CEO AI is there, can answer all the questions, and then of course the CEO AI always comes with a receptionist AI that supports that, so that you can kind of get a little bit of an idea of of what the question is about and so on. And so these are we have these very nice offices where they've got all this stuff and everything else that goes with it, but I guess the main thing right now that excites me is the mainstream element, because within the next year, this system, this process is going to completely change the training and development industry. Okay, because see, trial and error is one of the biggest ways that we learn something. Okay. Trial and error is how we learn. The problem is that in training, whether it's sales training, whether it's leadership training, doesn't matter. You can't do trial and error, because once you've done it, it's there. You've either lost the sale or alienated the people in the boardroom. Either way, it's done. Okay, so a lot of times, especially after training, people spend all this money on training and then they don't implement it. Why? Because sometimes it's like, well, what if it doesn't work? Or, maybe it's not relevant to this, or, maybe I just didn't get it enough to apply it, or maybe I'm just busy. But imagine now with the opportunity for trial and error on how to motivate your sales team. I mean, really motivate them. Okay, how to sell a high ticket item to a very skeptical individual. I mean, all of these things can be simulated by AIs and get people to practice and try things over and over again and fail with zero consequence. And that's what we're building. Okay, right now we're doing individual solutions, but ultimately this is going to be, we've got all these different thought leaders and trainers and coaches that have their own methods and everything else, and their AIs will actually be able to mentor people in the process of this trial and error. So you would hire, say for example, you could hire me at my AI in your simulation for helping people to be better or more motivated in order to achieve higher performance.
You are also a YouTuber. You are a prolific writer. Where are you putting more time right now and energy, into writing or creating videos?
No, actually, I'm putting all my time into, well, there's two things, okay? The thing that takes up most of my time is global mentor exchange, okay? That right now is because we've got to deal with, so many things, and explaining something that doesn't exist to people is not that easy because there's no reference. And also, but the other thing that we're building is we bought this mountain. Like I don't know if you know, okay, but I have this castle in Bali. So that's where we are right now. We're at Avalon in Bali in Ubud, and we bought the mountain next door. And I don't know if have you ever been to Petra?
No.
Petra is in Jordan. Okay, and if you've never heard of it, but you've watched Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, it was that place where the Holy Grail was. And so we've carved out this mountain, and we're creating this whole kind of element of this journey where you have these secret passages and you have to use this app in order to decipher the ancient wisdom. And each one of these is each chamber that you have to figure out is a learning experience. So there's the chamber of love, the fountain of gratitude, the hall of heroes, where essentially it's about being your own greatest hero, and ultimately the test of ego. And it's just kind of this fun physical thing and everything. But so these are the two areas that take up most of my time. And of course, all of these require videos. And these days, I'm getting my AI to do a lot of videos. If you've seen my stuff on YouTube, I talk to my AI, and we have these conversations in these videos.
In the video, you are talking to your avatar.
Yeah. So I'm talking to you. You don't see me, but you see the avatar.
Mm-hmm.
And the avatar will answer and do all these things. So I've done a whole bunch of these on YouTube, which is interesting. People seem to enjoy them.
Wow. And so what's going to happen with the beautiful place that you're building there?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a business, right? I mean, we're going to eventually, when it's all finished, the front is done. So there's the dinner show with, the whole play of, the Atlanteans against the Lemurians and all this stuff. And then you've got, so this is the lost city of Lemuria. Okay. And then of course the element of because Bali, it's tourism, right? So we've got this. So people buy tickets, they go through the experience, and then they come out, and then there's also these waterfalls, and there's next to the river, and they get to be in these pools, and there's like this ancient Mayan sauna called a Temazcal, which is basically like a giant pizza oven for people.
That marketing needs refined.
But it did make you laugh.
Yes, absolutely. It's memorable. And so you're building on both ends, the very physical, but also the AI. Which one is more fun?
No, both are fun. And the other one, the one with the mountain, we're also building a metaverse for that. But first, we build the AI. I mean, focus on the one that is, it's the bigger dream. It's also the most expensive project that I've ever done. But it has definitely has. I mean, it literally it's the iPhone of learning and development. It changes the entire industry.
Really looking forward to see that. How can people be part of your journey, see your journey towards building that?
Well, you can go to globalmentor.exchange. Or you can, if you could put my email there, people can reach me at arthur@globalmentor.ai.
How on brand. And what's next? So what happens after this interview? How does your day look like?
No, it's nighttime here, so it's already like 7:30 p.m. here.
So party time in the castle?
There you go. Yeah, probably actually get back to work.
What entrepreneurs
spend
do.
time with my kids. No. Tonight, spending time with the kids.
Thank you, Arthur, for being here and sharing your journey with us. It's truly inspiring, the amount of things that you're building. Please come back soon as we can see some avatars and experiment with
Well, actually,
them.
Here, if you got a moment,
Yeah.
I'll bring you to the avatars, so we can just
Bring us
kind of
to the
set this
avatars.
up. I'm
Now
going to
we are
set this
talking.
up right here. Okay,
Now we
let's
are
come
talking.
over here. All right, and
Here it is. If you are just listening to
wait.
this, we are moving through the castle to the next room, and we're
Okay,
soon
here's
meeting the
the
avatars.
castle.
Cool. A huge castle.
Okay,
And
and
here
this
are the
is the
avatars.
library.
The library.
And here we go. This is like my workstation. Here's the avatar. So we're gonna put this over here. And hey, wait. Let me get somebody to help me. Can you help me, please, Dante? I need you to hold this here so we can go. So I can move. Or you want to move? Finally came. There we go. Okay, hold this. Just hold that right there. All right. There we go. And
On the monitor, we're seeing the first avatar on the left.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Okay, hang on. Let's come up here. And this is me. All right, let's bring it closer. So, hi.
Looks like a movie.
Hello, how can I assist you today?
Well, I am on a podcast, and I was wondering if you had anything to tell people about the Global Mentor Exchange.
Absolutely. The Global Mentor Exchange, GME, is a groundbreaking platform that brings together trainers, coaches, mentors, and consultants from around the world. It offers a 3D virtual reality
actually works.
metaverse where users can
This
access a
wasn't
wide
staged,
range
people.
of learning and development resources, connect with expert AI avatars, and participate in interactive experiences. GME's AI-assisted approach helps HR professionals and leaders identify the root causes of organizational problems and provides targeted solutions. It's a game changer in the world of professional development and problem solving.
So,
It actually works.
there you go. Of course it does. I'm not gonna be. It'll ask you questions. It'll solve problems. It'll do all kinds of stuff for you. Of course it works.
This is amazing. We have to redo this in a couple of months and see the exponential curve, because when these things learn, they learn so fast.
They do. And do you have any last words?
Yes, I would like to emphasize that GME is a powerful tool for personal and professional growth. It provides a unique opportunity to learn from experts, gain new insights, and develop the skills needed to become a successful leader.
There you go.
Those
He's a
were the last
salesperson too.
words from the AI. That's amazing. Mic drop right there. Congrats, Arthur. This is really, really cool. See you soon, Arthur.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Avoid trying to do thousands of things that doesn't work. We have 274 templates for your business success. Reach your ambitious goals with one-on-one sprint coach. We double your revenue in 90 days.
What if your business would run well even when you are on vacation? Discover how 1,600 business owners have regained their freedom using the Strategy Sprints blueprints. How they enjoy living their dream and watching their business scale. Get the exact checklists they use to go from stressed to fulfilled using the Strategy Sprints method. Order your copy of Strategy Sprints 12 Ways to Accelerate Growth for an Agile Business on Amazon today. And if you love it, leave us a review. For more information, head over to